Hello, I'm very itchy and I'm here with another top 5 from Board Deck and Dice. Today we're looking at top 5 games that are easy to explain, and what I mean by that is games that you can play a competitive game of on your first go. So the first time you crack open the instructions, you read them, it's so clear that you can play a worthwhile game on your first go. It's going to be a very contentious list, very based around opinion, but these are my top 5. I would like to give 2 honourable mentions. I'm learning from my other top 5, which was really a top 10, as we all know. The gift of maths has just been bestowed on me once again. My honourable mentions are Between Two Cities. Every time I've played that with people who played for the first time, the result has not been clear cut because there's many different strategies, and because you all get the little card to look at and you're working with someone else, you've got someone else to bash your strategy out with, it plays very well and the scores are usually quite close. The other honourable mention is Dice City. Dice City probably would have been higher up on the list, but I just felt, and this is where it perhaps gets a bit contentious with my number 5, but I just felt that there were quite a few strategies to win and they're not all immediately obvious on your first go. Second go, sure, with it. But first go, playing against someone, yeah, that's why. So as I mentioned, love it, easy to play, people get it on the first go, but perhaps not all the strategies. So without further ado, let's get in to my top 5. Number 5. Number 5 is a game that I recently got. I've only so far played it twice, but I've had a blast both times, and that is Happy Pigs. Happy Pigs is a game that is a lot deeper than it looks, and its simplicity hides its depth. I had to think for my words then. Getting old. So Happy Pigs, we played both tactical variants. There's 2 optional tactical variants at the end. We played both of them. So nothing's hidden. You're choosing everything in front of people. And each go there are up to 4 actions that can be taken by everyone, and everyone has to choose which action they're taking. But there is a limited amount of each action that can be taken each turn. So there might be an allocation of 10 feeding actions, 8 mating actions, 6 buying actions and 7 selling actions. And if you're the only person who chooses one of those actions, you get all those actions to yourself. But if someone else chooses them, you have to split them. If another person chooses them, you have to split them again. And so you're not only choosing what's best for you at that time, you're trying to plan ahead. What am I going to do next go? What's the other person going to do next go? Which ones do I need? But you're always left with something you can do. All the actions are valuable to an extent. And yeah, really good game. Happy Pigs, number 5. Number 4, Treasure Hunter. Drafting game, takes it a bit further than your typical drafting games like Sushi Go. And you're drafting for the highest number of a certain colour or the lowest number of a certain colour, and it's all disguised in this kind of fancy treasure hunting theme. But you also want to get dogs because obviously you want to scare off the goblins that are coming to steal your treasure at the end of the night. It's very clever, very simple. The rulebook, and I've said this before, but the rulebook is one of the best I've seen in terms of clarity. Although it is about the size of my body, and that is a bugbear with rulebooks, that they don't have to be the size of the box. Because if we want to keep them on the table, the precious real estate for your board game to live on, we don't want to have to refer to an encyclopedia-sized rulebook that opens out like a poster and then we have to fold it away again. But it does come with a cheat sheet, but that's the same size. So that's the only thing. Oh, flipping heck, could have done a rant then, couldn't I? Top 5 rants coming up at the next top 5. So number 4, Treasure Hunter. Number 3 is Android Mainframe. I put this on this because I played it for the first time at my games night the other night, and we had a highly competitive 3-player game straight from the off. Everyone knew what they were doing, everyone knew all the powers on the cards. Yeah, we had some secret powers, but it was clear after one of us played one of our secret powers what kind of ways they were going to affect the game. So we had a really competitive 3-player game which we really enjoyed. Very clear, very easy to learn Android mainframe. Number 2 is the newly re-released Onit Armor. Reason this is on the list, went on a family holiday, didn't play it with my brothers but explained it once, and next time I came downstairs they were just playing it straight off, playing it, having a competitive game. They played it for the rest of the weekend. I think my mum even played it once. So Onit Armor, really clear concept, really clear what you need to do. The cards are brilliant. Yeah, Onit Armor. And my number 1 is a new game that to me called Greedy Goblins. It's a real-time speed game for up to 4 players. You each get a player mat which explains everything that you need to be collecting, but there's also some take that and some bluffing and some guessing, and yeah, just easy to explain, a real blast with the right crowd, and one that will be easy for me to get to the table with 4 players in any situation. That is Greedy Goblins, number 1 of my top 5 easy to explain and have a competitive game of games. I've been very itchy, so I'm going to put some cream on.